Hello, everyone, and welcome to our kickoff for BSA569. And this is a picture of you in the near future, grabbing your diploma, celebrating your earning of your MBA. So I just thought I would share that and remind you of the potential that we have going here. Oops. All right. Let's get back to the slideshow. Oh, well, before we do, I want to jump into something here that we want to talk about today, and it's called the marketing mindset. In all marketing, the marketing mindset is something that's very important because it puts the marketer in the right attitude with the customer. And I'll read briefly what it says, and then you'll see this. The marketing mindset refers to a way of thinking that focuses on understanding the needs and wants of customers and then creating products or services that meet those needs in a profitable way for the company. And the mindset involves putting yourself in the customer's shoes and understanding what motivates them to purchase, what problems they're trying to solve, and what benefits they seek. By adopting a marketing mindset, companies can create products and services that are more likely to succeed in the marketplace. And they can identify new growth opportunities and develop strategies to reach and engage with their target audience more effectively. In essence, the marketing mindset is about seeing things from the customer's perspective and using that insight to create products and services that meet their needs and desires. It's a way of thinking that can be applied to many different business areas and is essential for companies to want to stay competitive in today's rapidly evolving marketplace. Well, there's a lot to be said here in the marketing mindset, and it all began with the research of Theodore Levitt back in the 60s, where he basically said, describe what it is that the customer really wants and how marketers can understand what that want is and then provide a product that will meet that need. And he used the example of a homeowner, do-it-yourselfer, who wants to hang a picture on a wall. And you need a hole to hang the hook and the 1/4-inch hole to hang the hook. And so you have to have your drill a hole, and you need a 1/4-inch drill bit. So he shows the homeowner going to the store looking for a 1/4-inch drill bit. Is that really what the homeowner wants? No, the homeowner wants the picture to be hung on the wall. And any tool or aid that will improve or increase that and lower this frustration is going to be welcomed. And so it's not the drill bit that they really want. They want the hole that the drill bit makes. And if you look at the products that have, fast forward, the products that have been created for the purpose of hanging pictures alone, and hang them exactly level across the wall and so forth. Those products exist now where they never did before. So they figured out customers really wanted that. All right, so we'll go back to our presentation here. And I hope we can, let's see, can we see that? I'll put this on present mode. There we go. I hope everyone can see that. Oops, it keeps going to the end. Let me get back up here. There we go. So this is product, services, and brand marketing, which are an essential part of marketing, because those things that we talked about with the marketing mindset, a brand is a very powerful tool that will separate or differentiate your product from the product of a competitor. So branding is very important, and brands also offer great advice for consumers to know what to buy. And in fact, a brand is so powerful that it can increase, you can increase the price of up to 10 to 20% on a brand simply because of the brand name. Now, it has to earn the ability to do that. And those brands that say exactly what they're going to do and perform consistently over time, those are the ones that are the premium brands. Tide is an example of a premium brand. Their slogan, "Tide's in, dirt's out," is very simple but very effective because it makes a promise. If you use Tide, the dirt will be gone. And that has been a consistent story over the last 50, 60, 70 years. And we use Tide because our mothers used Tide, our grandmothers used Tide, and they swore by it. Even though it costs a little more, then we will still buy it. Those are for loyal Tide customers. Okay, so we're going to review the class syllabus, and I'm also going to take us inside the classroom a little bit with some navigation tips. So let's just see what we've got here. Oh, we're going to review the class syllabus, some of the resources like the library, and so forth. And there is no collaborative group marketing plan assignment this time for this course. All right. I'm trying to get, okay. Well, if you look at the syllabus, and this is the course summary that's in the syllabus, and I'll take us to the classroom here in a second. This is all of the week's activities laid out, from discussion questions to actual assignments, and their due dates are listed here in this course summary. So this is a great place to keep yourself on track. And so let me get to the classroom here. Come on. Here it is. Okay, very important. Right off the bat at the home page is the course description and all of the course learning outcomes, which means this is what you're supposed to learn, and what we will learn during this class. And then next, this is very important. These are the announcements, and these announcements are sent to you by way of email, which you can keep and so forth. But if you happen to get too many emails and you can't remember what you need or whatever, always look in the announcements page, because that's where all of the emails are housed, or all of the announcements are housed. And then finally, we get here to the syllabus, which is very important, and you can download it from here in this tab. And I would recommend that you do that. And of course, all of you need to complete your verification activity if you haven't already done so. This is that course summary I was telling you about that kind of showed briefly. This is how you keep on track with what's happening. You see in the first week here, we have our Zoom kickoff meeting and also the engagement verification. Well, there it is. Starting Monday, May 20th, the first weekly discussion, which actually began today, the first weekly discussion question follow-up is due by Monday. And then by Tuesday, the discussion is the final portion of the discussion is due for the to respond to 2 other classmates and so forth. So that's the way this works, and it's very important. Down here is something that is important. If you look over here on the side, this blue side menu, you'll see the help button way down at the bottom. In that help button is the Averett Library, in case you've never known that. Let's see, here it is, Averett University Library. It's not intuitive, but it's in there. And since the graduate course is mostly a research course, you'll need to learn to go to the library often. And that will help you get all the information that you need and cite it, and then use it in your research responses. your case studies, and so forth. Now, the great resources that we've got here, they've got, I'll click here on student information, and here is all the information that you can look at. You can talk to a librarian, Zoom with one. And a good thing to do is to write down your needs, what you need, and send it off to the research librarian and say, I'm doing a paper on XYZ and I need to find information, and they'll be happy to help you. But you have to have an idea of what it is you need. You can't just say, I got this assignment, I need some research. What can you do? That's not going to work. You need to be specific, and that way the research librarian can also help you. And all you need are something like 3, no more than 4 references in your papers. So it should not be that challenging or difficult to get. Okay. Get here back to our slideshow. And it's this one. This is the required text, is Keller. And Keller writes with Philip Kotler. And so Keller is very well respected and known in the marketing world. Philip Kotler is considered to be the dean of marketing. He's been in it since the very beginning. And of course, he's quite old now, but he and Peter Drucker were contemporaries, and Peter over 100. I think he was 105 when he died. So he's gone. But Peter Drucker was, and you all should know this name, he wrote The Modern Corporation in 1933, which basically defined the corporation structure as we have it now today, still use. And he's been a great researcher and maven in business for all these years. And Philip Kotler has been the same in marketing for all these years. So here's the book. If you don't have it, you need to contact the Averett bookstore and get it, because that's one of the best ways to be successful, is to have your book so you can manage your assignments. Here's the Averett website. You could copy this link and paste it in your browser, and that should take you right there. And you don't have to go into where we went before in the classroom if you don't wish to. You'll still have to put in your login information if you go out from outside like this. Okay, and these are some of the things that most interest class members. Specific marketing strategies as they occur with brands are very, because that's really what we're doing, is we're creating recommendations, which are strategies for CEOs and CMOs to consider in improving the brand performance of the products in our product line. International markets and social responsibility. We're not going to get into it as much in this class for the international markets, but some of you have just come from the international markets. But all marketing is international to a certain extent, because the marketing is now digital and it's on the internet, and we need to be respectful of other cultures and see how best we can communicate with them and respond to their needs with our products. The promotional concept is something that is good to know. We'll be going into that. Real world marketing situations. All of the students want to know about that, and it's pretty interesting. I was in charge of all marketing for Averett University, as a matter of fact, back in the 1990s for this particular program. And it was then when we started utilizing the internet and digital marketing, and really with great results. Up to that point, it had been all mailing out business reply cards and using snail mail of shipping out packets back and forth and so forth. And we started to see the move away from that, and it was very exciting. Branding is a part of marketing strategy implementation. Absolutely. brand should be out there in the forefront of everything. If you nurture and feed the brand and keep it relevant, then it will pull your organization along. If you do not, it will flag and stop and die, and then the company has to go looking for something else, or they have to go out of business. Branding and effective communication. Very important, because if a customer sees a marketing pitch for their brand in one situation, whether it's, let's say, on television, and they see this broad market, and they also see it on the internet in social marketing, and the words, phrasing, and ideas are different. They clash between those two. That's going to really confuse the heck out of the customer. And so consistent communication across all platforms is very critical. And that consistency is called omnichannel marketing, because the customer is going to make a decision at some point in that exposure, whether it's in the store, whether it's online, whether it's via a radio broadcast that drives them to another in the store experience or something. This messaging must be consistent. Otherwise, it confuses the purchaser, and to the point where they'll either be frustrated or they won't purchase at all. So that's why branding and effective communication are very important. Combining real-world marketing challenges with the theoretical marketing strategy. That's a real challenge, because sometimes in seeing the real-world marketing strategies, we don't break them down enough to understand the underlying theoretical marketing strategies that are being highlighted. So it's good to look at a particular challenge, consider it to be sort of wrapped up into many different challenges, and it exposes itself as one big difficult challenge. Well, go back in and look at it more closely and see which of these challenges are overlapping, interfering, and then try to separate them and deal with each challenge at a time. And finally, predicting consumer behavior. That's a challenge in itself, and it can be done up to a certain extent, and it can be effective up to a certain extent. We haven't gotten to the point where we could predict a customer's, are they going to buy this right now item. That's still coming. So those are the things that in general that we want to also cover, in addition to the class information this term. So are there any questions out there? Okay, well, I'm looking forward to a very, very good term, and I wish all of you the best. Remember that you can contact me at any time if you have any questions or comments, or unsure about something, or want to validate something. Why, I'm here for you, and you can contact me anytime. Stay safe out there, everybody, and in the meantime, I'll see you in class. Good night, everybody. Stay safe. Welcome to the class, and I think it's going to be a great time.